Hello, I'm Kristel. Welcome along to the Daily Diaries for another video. Today we are going to be reviewing the MotherShip 9 Pat McGrath Labs Huetopian Dream Palette. So she looks like this, and inside we have an array of spectacularly stunning eyeshadows. You'd think I'd clean the palette for this, right? No, seriously? Sorry about that. It's a little messy, but it is full of beauties, which you could obviously see. Now, this little one retails for 200 Australian dollars from the Pat McGrath Labs website, which is pricey. Yes. Ain't nobody gonna say that that is not pricey. It sure is. The one good thing about it is that Pat McGrath Labs does have payment plan options, so I think you can use Klarna to purchase a product and pay it off in 4 payments if that is your jam. She does have sales pretty regularly as well, so if you sign up to the list, then you will be notified of when sales are going on. And also, Sephora does stock some Pat McGrath products as well, so if you are buying through Sephora, obviously when they have sales on, you'd be able to get your 10 or 15% off that. So that is worth doing as well. Let's talk about what is in this palette. You had a little sneak peek at the gorgeous colors. So according to the Pat website, she always has beautiful descriptions for everything. This palette is going to allow you to discover a cosmic destination for floral psychedelia in the 10 stunning shades of MotherShip 9 Huetopian Dream. Just a little side note here, I had to Google what the Roman numerals were in English numbers because I just had no idea. I'm not good at Roman numerals. But anyway, number 9, it is going on. She loves to pair it with the Intensifies Artistry Wand, which is the backstage secret weapon that elevates pigment and vibrancy and wear. So that does sound pretty fancy, right? Okay, so this particular palette does have 6 different finishes. It contains the Velvety Mattes, Mesmerising Metallics, Luminous Shimmer, Mind-Altering Duochrome Sparkle, and Transcendental Trio Chromes. So those are the eyeshadows that have sort of 3 different hues to them depending on which way the light hits them. So there's a pretty good variety of shades in this palette. Now let's go through what they are for you. So up at the top here in this corner, we have got the Skin Show Nude Ecstasy shade. Then we have Secret Eden next to that. The one in the middle is Bronze Desire here. Then we have got Bronze Solaris, the Goldie shade. Then we've got Astral Venusian Orchid, which is absolutely beautiful. That is a sparkling champagne-y pink. Then down the bottom, we have the matte shade Extreme Plum Noir, followed by Cosmic Bloom. That one there is Shockwave, which you can't really see in the camera, but that is a very beautiful peachy corally color. Then next to that is the shade Blitz Extreme. And then in the corner here, we have the Astral Amethyst Moon, which is another beautiful shade. Again, you can't really see the glory of it in the camera translation, but it is full of beautiful shades. Today we are going to have a play, see how I got this look, and we're going to talk about whether or not this palette is worth it. Plus some swatches on the way, so stick around for all of that. Strap in. Okay, so today I want to get started with the eyes, which is something that I rarely do, but something you may want to consider when using the Huetopian Dream palette, because, I mean, there are some glittery shades here that are, you know, likely potentially to cause you some fallout issues. So that is the reason why I have not done my base as of yet. We're going to get straight into the eyes. I have, however, primed my eyes with an Urban Decay primer, and I have set them with an Hourglass powder. So I am firstly going to take this double-ended Tarte brush, and I'm going to be using the Dome Fluffy bit. We're going to get started with the shade Secret Eden, which is the dusky pink matte up here. And I'm going to be taking this Tarte brush, just a nice Dome Fluffy, and running that up along above my crease and slightly into my crease. These shadows go on very pigmented, but having said that, they blend out beautifully. So yeah, really beautifully. So I'm taking that pretty much all the way up to my brow, just leaving a tiny little gap there, a little sliver. So I've just quickly used in between my Sephora brush switch, so you can just clean off your brush in between just to get the excess dry product off it, and then you can just use it straight away. It's a really handy little thing to have. Okay, next I am taking my Pat McGrath Intensifies Artistry wand, which is this guy here. It's a clickable, and I am going to pop that basically all over my eyelid up until the crease. So I'm literally just putting it straight on. I'm gonna do one eye at a time just because, I don't know, I feel like that's the best way to go so that it doesn't set before I have a chance to put the stuff on that I want to put on. I'm going to take the shade Astral Amethyst Moon, which is one of the fancy shimmery Astral shades, the beautiful purple here in the corner, and it also has kind of a purpley glitter to it. I'm just going to use my finger. I'm going to pop that onto my finger and kind of tap it off on the tray a little bit. Look at that. Woo. And I'm going to be popping that on the outer corner. Up to the crease. Oh, wow. Oh. That's breathtaking. Holy heck. Woohoo, Pat. What has she done to me? This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm actually going to take that 2/3 of the way in. And then I'm going to repeat the process on the other eye. So just taking my Intensifies wand. I don't know if she's like not had much success with selling this wand because I don't know, I don't seem to be able to see it on the website solo, like it's in packs and stuff. Like she's got one on there that is incredible value because it's the Huetopian palette and the Intensifies wand for 210 Australian dollars, whereas the palette by itself is $200. So that's crazy because the Intensifies wand was retailing at around $40 Australian, I think. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but I hope she doesn't get rid of it because it's actually really useful. I actually have found it to be really good at intensifying the shade and also to just making that glitter pop, the glitter shades. So yeah, hopefully she doesn't get rid of it. Oh my gosh. Honestly, this is, yeah. This is why Pat McGrath can get away with charging the dollars because these shades are honestly, I mean, I have not used anything quite like them to this date. I'm still on the hunt for a cheaper version, that's for sure, because I can't afford to be buying all these. Thank God for Klarna and Afterpay, right? Okay. That is perfection. It's glorious. Okay, now I just want to clean off my finger a little bit because I want to go in with the other Blitz Astral shade, which is Astral Venusian Orchid. And I'm going to use that same finger because that one, that's really hard to do. I'm going to use that same finger because that one allows me to have more control. It's not so fat as the other ones. But like, it'd be weird to do it with my little finger. So yeah, that's my preferred eyeshadow application. I have to like hold it. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I have to like hold it up to show you that that's the one I want to. Apparently this one's used to being put up because I can do that quite naturally. It's not true. I don't give that finger a workout, I promise. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into the beautiful Astral Venusian Orchid shade, which is that top pale pink sparkly shade there. Beautiful. Okay, so once again, I'm pressing my finger in there and then I'm sort of tapping off the excess on the black palette. And I want this shade to be in the corner. And it can overlap just a little as well. Oh, wow. my goodness. So pretty. So damn pretty. And just doing the same thing on the other eyeball. And you can already see that I have got glitter particles under my eye, which is why I have chosen to do my eyes before my face. Now we've got those glitter shades happily where I want them. Oh my gosh, I just can't. I'm mesmerized by the glitz. The glitter is so fine, like as opposed to a pressed glitter, which you can literally feel big chunks of and it kind of scratches your eyeballs. This is such fine glitter. It is beautiful. And it has, you know, the reflex in it, a kind of this purpley shade is like pink and purple and blue. Delicious. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a small, flat, densely packed shader, and I'm going to use the darkest color in the palette, which is the Extreme Plum Noir. Extreme Plum Noir. So that is that guy there in the bottom corner. Sorry, I did that really poorly. That one there. And once again, because they're so pigmented, I'm just putting it on my brush, but then I'm tapping my brush off just on a tissue, just to keep it under control. Now I just want to blend that out. So I am taking my trusty skinny dome brush with nothing on it and giving that a good old blend. Just upwards and outwards. Okay, and just taking the very first shade that I used, once again, it was that dusky pink shade, Secret Eden. And I'm just using that same smaller dome brush and just running that over the top of that darker shade there. Okay, and I just want to grab a little bit of the shade Skin Show Nude Ecstasy, which is going to be a really pretty brow highlight color. So just that one up there. I'm going to take that and just run it lightly along the brow. Okay, I am back and we are ready to do the under eye. And yeah, thank goodness I actually did do my foundation last because I still have a couple of rogue sparkles on my face, but that's okay. I like sparkle no matter where it falls. Alrighty, so I'm going to take my bullet brush and I'm going to use that to dip into the shade Secret Eden, the dusky pink once again, and I am going to just run that along my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take that same slightly darker shade, the Extreme Plus Noir, and I'm just going to run that along the outer edge of the lash line. And I might actually just take the same shade that I used on the brow line, Skin Show Nude Ecstasy shade there. And I just want to use that up here. Above the crease there and bringing it down. And I have actually wet my brush as well. Okay, now the eyes are done. I just went ahead and used my Charlotte Tilbury pencil. It is the, oh gosh, I've used it so much that it's all rubbed off, but it is one of those duo liners. Mesmerising Maroon, I think, is the shade. It's beautiful. You can see I've loved it very much. So that I have gone ahead and used the darker color on my top lash line and then the lighter pink on the lower lash line. And if you're wondering what I used on my lashes, I started as I always do with my very favorite lash product of all time, the Tarte Opening Act Primer. It is a phenomenal primer. I love it so much. And then I went ahead on top of that and used the Hourglass Unlocked Mascara. which is a good one because it tubes, because I have really oily eyelids. So the only other mascara that I can wear is the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes mascara, which I love and swear by and use a lot of the time. But if I don't want a waterproof mascara, then this Hourglass one is the only one that I seem to be able to keep on my lashes and not on my lids. So that is on my face. I also have my Tarte cream bronzer on in the shade Seychelles. I think I accidentally said the shade was Breezy in one of the other videos, but actually it's the Tarte Breezy bronzer. So the shade is Seychelles. So I have that on, and right now I'm just gonna go ahead and put some cheeks on. I'm going to be using the Ilia Multistick in Ladybird. So this guy here. And the shade is a beautiful pinky brownie color. It's very dewy, very beautiful. So we're gonna pop that on the cheeks. I'm going to use an Old Napoleon Complexion Perfection brush. So I like this one because it has the dual fiber and it's really good for depositing a cream onto the cheeks. So I'm just kind of, sometimes I just use my fingers, but lately I've been enjoying using this brush again, although it does shed a little. So just popping that onto the cheek and bringing it up a little bit. Ah, see? Shedding. Oh, well. Doesn't normally shed this much, but I did just clean it. So tends to happen more when I've just cleaned it. Now you can tell if it's dirty or not by how much it's shedding. I love this multi-stick. It's so pretty. It just adds such a natural color to your face, a natural flush. It sits beautifully on the skin, great for dry skin and mature skin. The color is brilliant, goes with just about everything. And you can even use it on your eyelids and on your lips. So it's a winner for me. I love this product. Okay, now that that is on, I'm just gonna add some highlighter, and I'll be using the Westman Atelier Lit Up Stick in Parla. This one came in the Les Box gift set, so I also got the Westman Atelier Lip Suede compact with it in Bordeaux, which is beautiful as well. So this is the Lit Up Stick, and I prefer this one to the original Westman Atelier Lit Up Stick because the shade is much more champagne-y, whereas the original one is it's translucent, but it has kind of a blue sheen to it, which doesn't really work for my skin tone. So if you prefer warmer tones, then the Parla shade is gonna be better for you. It's really pretty. So I'm just literally gonna use my fingers to pop that onto my face. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, the foundation I'm wearing is my go-to. It is my Tarte Foundcealer foundation. Love that one. I just use a damp beauty blender and sponge her on. Alrighty. I'm all lit up with my lit up stick. So that is it for the look. I've got some swatches coming your way. The verdict. Well, I have to say that I do love this MotherShip palette. I think the Huetopian Dream is beautiful. I think the shades are gorgeous. It's those glittery ones. They're just so pretty and special. Having said that, I don't use them as much as I thought I would. I did when I first got it, but I just am kind of lazy, and I think that I'm always just, I can't be bothered with with dealing with any glittery fallout. And not that these are too crazy, but you know, it's glitter, so it's bound to happen. And because of that fact, I tend to not wear them that often, also because I hate when I wash my face and there's like glitter literally all over my face. The matte shades in this palette do blend beautifully. They are pigmented. They blend out like a dream Yeah, they're really lovely. I can't complain at all. They're very pretty. So I would say that the quality is brilliant. I love the purpley pinky bluey shade. I mean, that is beautiful on the eye. It comes up with almost like a hot pink base, and then it just has that purpley blue glittery tone to it, which is gorgeous. And the other light Astral shade is beautiful as well. So I definitely think it is a beautiful palette. You can get really neutral looks, which if you're like me and you decide you can't be bothered with glitter sometimes, you can certainly use a bunch of those shades to get a beautiful dusty rose toned neutral look. It's very pretty and very romantic, so you can definitely get the use out of those. So yeah, I definitely do think it is a beautiful quality palette. The packaging is incredibly sturdy. It's very solid. I don't know that I'd want to travel with it because I think it could get broken and I wouldn't like that. So yeah, is it worth the money? That is a tough one. I guess it depends on what's important to you, what your budget is. I mean, perhaps you're someone who earns a lot more money than me. And in that case, potentially, maybe it's not quite worth the money to me, but it might be to someone else. It's really hard to say. If you are looking for quality, then it absolutely ticks that box. So if that is something that you want and you're willing to pay for it, then you are not going to be disappointed. If you are in love with glittery special shades, then you will probably love this palette as well. So it is obviously a personal preference as to how much money you are willing to spend. I would say wait for a sale because Pat seems to have pretty regular sales, I'd say like seasonally. And also there are payment options, which is the only way I was able to get this palette. So yeah, I would say maybe wait for those and then see what kind of bargain you can get. But yeah, it is a beautiful palette. And if you have any more questions on it, please feel free to ask. I am getting another Pat McGrath palette very soon as a gift. So I'm very excited about that. And of course, when I get that, I will be doing a review video on that one as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please feel free to subscribe for more videos and like this one. I mean, only if you did like it, of course. I'm not going to ask you to do anything you're not comfortable with. But thank you for tuning in and I will be back with you very shortly. Have a fabulous day. Bye. Dude, I would forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. There's been a lot going on lately. I've just got 2 new jobs and there's just a whole bunch of stuff happening that is a bit unexpected. And I just realized that I didn't put any lipstick on, which is very remiss of me because lipstick is one of my favorite things. So we're gonna do that right now. If you wanna see this look with the lipstick on, let's do it. All right, I'm gonna use my Pat McGrath Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil in Bare Rose and just line my lips with that. So I've actually filled in all of my lip and I'm taking my Ilia Color Block lipstick in Rococo. It's a little bit messy and I'm just gonna pop that onto my lips. You can pick this up from Mecca. I love the Ilia lipsticks. I love that clean formula. And there you go. Now we finished the look. Thanks for sticking around. I promise next time I won't forget anything. I'll probably forget I made that promise, so.